Welcome to Pause and Play. I'm Jessica. This is your pocket companion, a place to pause, to play, and to find your way back home to yourself. You don't have to do anything, just be here. Guidepost 18. Reflect. Creating space to look back, look within, and learn. Reflection is how we harvest the wisdom of our experience. Without it, we keep repeating patterns. With it, we have the potential to create change, growth. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and gently close your eyes. Inhale slowly, hold for a moment, and exhale with a sigh. Do this 3 times and whisper, I am here to listen. I am here to learn. Place your hand on your heart. Let stillness speak. I pause to reflect. I grow through awareness. Reflection isn't rumination. It's a practice of deep noticing, a way to honor where you've been, who you are, and who you're becoming. In a fast-paced world, we're conditioned to move on quickly, but reflection is how we metabolize experience. It gives meaning to the mess, clarity to the chaos. This mantra invites you to stop, to look inward and gently ask, what have I learned? What am I holding? What do I want to carry forward? And what am I ready to lay down? Reflection is not about getting stuck. It's about getting honest. Personal story. Silence used to make me squirm. I filled every space with sound, music, podcasts, planning, performing. Noise became a shield between me and myself. I was always doing, always solving, always thinking ahead. Stillness felt like a threat, because stillness meant feeling, and feeling meant facing what I'd worked so hard to outrun. One evening after the kids were in bed and the house had finally gone quiet, I sat in the hallway folding laundry. Something about the rhythm of it, the warm fabric, the hum of the dryer, the stillness made me pause. Instead of turning on a show or checking my phone, I just sat, and listened to my thoughts. It was loud at first, a flood of unfinished lists, old stories, quiet fears, but underneath all that noise, there was something else, something softer, a sense of noticing. That night I picked up a notebook and wrote down what I felt in my body, what felt heavy, what felt light, what I wished I could say out loud. I didn't overthink it. I just tracked. At first, reflection felt clumsy, but with time, I began to notice patterns. What gave me energy? What drained me? What helped me return to myself? I started catching old beliefs that were not mine to carry anymore. And I stopped approaching my inner world with judgment. I started meeting it with curiosity. One morning after a sleepless night, my child asked a simple question, and I felt irritation rise. I was about to snap, but something in me paused. I had seen this moment before. I had written about it just the night before, the tiredness, the tightness in my chest, the pull to control. This time, though, I noticed it. I breathed, I paused, and I chose differently. That's what reflection does. It creates space between the trigger and the reaction. It helps to respond. It lets me see myself more clearly, not to fix or to shame, but to witness, to understand. Reflection became a form of reclamation, a way to notice, to track, to understand, to respond, not react. Not everything I uncover feels good, but it feels real. And from that place of honesty, I can move forward with more clarity, more intention, and more self-trust. I don't always sit with a journal now. Sometimes reflection happens in the shower, in the car, and the few quiet minutes before I fall asleep. But wherever it finds me, it reminds me I don't need to have it all figured out. I just need to slow down long enough to listen, to see, to stay with what's true, because that's where growth lives, not in the noise, but in the noticing. Science meets soul. Reflection activates the medial prefrontal cortex, which supports emotional regulation and self-awareness. When paired with compassion, it strengthens new neural pathways that support integration, resilience, and growth. Reflecting while regulated helps us make meaning without shame or spiraling. It allows the nervous system to process past experiences in the present in a grounded way, promoting healing rather than reactivation. Reflection is a key part of post-experience integration. Without reflection, life becomes a blur. We repeat patterns, we live in autopilot, we lose connection with our inner compass. But when we reflect, we begin to see, to understand, to shift. Reflection creates room for wisdom and growth, for choosing differently next time. It's how we remember what matters and who we really are. Try this. Take 5 minutes at the end of each day to ask, what stood out? Keep a reflection journal by your bed. Ask, what am I proud of today? Write a letter to your past self. Reflect on a conversation that moved you. Use photos to spark memory and reflection. Review the past week and identify one growth moment. Write down one feeling and explore where it came from. Reflect on a mistake without judgment, just learning. Revisit an old goal and see how your perspective has shifted. Create a ritual around end of day or end of the week check-ins. Choose a quote that resonates and journal about why. Ask yourself, what am I avoiding? Use prompts during a walk or while taking a bath and say aloud, I honor where I've been. Pause prompts. What am I learning right now? What keeps repeating in my life? What do I need to acknowledge to move forward? What am I proud of that I haven't celebrated? Where have I grown? What needs forgiveness of myself or others? What lessons keep showing up? What do I need to grieve? What am I carrying that is not mine to carry? What memory still holds wisdom for me? What am I still trying to prove, and to whom? When did I last feel aligned? What helps me come home to myself? What's a truth I've been afraid to say out loud? What would it look like to reflect with curiosity, not criticism? The pause is sacred. It's where you notice what's been running quietly beneath the surface. Reflection allows you to trace the root, to name the pattern, to soften the shame. It's a ritual of truth-telling, a way to witness your own becoming. Let it be slow, let it be tender, and let it be enough. Play prompts. Make a timeline of your emotional or creative growth. Write a things I've learned list, serious or silly. Turn your past year into a comic strip. Doodle a reflection of your current season. Create a playlist that tells your story. Use colored pencils to map your emotions from the week. Interview yourself like a curious stranger. Make a zine titled Things I Know Now. Turn a regret into a haiku or tiny poem. Illustrate a before and after of a belief or habit. Act out your reflection through movement or gesture. Create a board game that traces your healing journey. Draw a mirror and reflect back, affirming truths. Collect items that represent growth and arrange them in a still life. Use sidewalk chalk to write past lessons on the ground and then walk through them. Play can help us reflect with lightness. It removes the pressure to figure it all out. When we create from memory, we restory our lives. We notice themes. We reclaim authorship. Reflection through play reminds us this is my story, and I get to rewrite it with grace. Integration practices. Create a weekly ritual of reflection with tea, candlelight, or calm music. Use the 3 R's. Recall what happened. Reflect, what did it mean? Reimagine, how will I move forward? Use prompts to review each month, patterns, lessons, celebrations. Share reflections with a trusted friend or partner. Make space to feel, not fix. Use tarot cards or oracle cards as journaling companions. Keep a running wisdom list from lived experience. Choose one journal prompt to return to weekly. Reflect through art, sound, or storytelling. Practice looking at hard moments with loving eyes. Keep a jar of affirmations based on your own reflections. Let your body speak during a reflection. Movement, breath, stillness. Begin each month with one guiding question. Track how your reflections evolve over time. Use reflection as a bridge between endings and beginnings. Reflection is not about perfection. It's about presence. It's how we metabolize meaning. It's how we grow more conscious, more intentional, more ourselves. Every reflection is a step toward wholeness. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to be willing to look. Art therapy prompts. Create a visual timeline of 1 year of growth. Draw a mirror and fill it with affirmations. Collage then versus now, emotionally, spiritually, creatively. Paint a spiral of experiences leading to insight. Illustrate a journal page as a constellation of lessons. Make a layered collage representing different seasons of your life. Use watercolors to reflect emotional shifts. Create a triptych, a 3-panel piece of past, present, and future. Doodle a symbolic map of your inner journey. Use old photos to spark art-based reflection. Sculpt an artifact that represents transformation. Design a crest or emblem of your current strengths. Create a letter to my younger self visual response. Use paper layering to symbolize unfolding clarity. Build an altar or shadow box of reflective objects. Space for personal exploration. Journal prompt. What have I learned that I never want to forget. Doodle prompt. Draw a window into your inner world. Collage prompt. Create a visual mirror. What do you see when you look within? I honor my journey. I learn from what I've lived. This affirmation centers your lived experience as sacred. Reflection doesn't require perfection, it requires honesty. And that honesty creates healing. Let yourself look, let yourself learn, let yourself grow. We do not learn from experience. We learn from reflecting on experience. John Dewey. Your story matters. Your insight matters. Your pauses matter. You are not the same as you were before, and that's beautiful. Keep returning to yourself. Keep reflecting. Keep becoming. Community invitation. What's something you've learned recently that changed how you see yourself or the world? Share your reflections and let's honor the power of looking inward together. Before you go, I want to recognize what you just did. You showed up, you stayed, and you allowed yourself to look inward. Today, you practiced reflection. And in doing that, you gave yourself understanding. You loved yourself through awareness. And every time you do that, your nervous system learns that your experiences are safe to integrate. You are leaving this episode differently than when you arrived, because now there's a part of you that sees yourself more clearly. And I want you to know, I see you. Carry this with you. You are allowed to understand yourself. I'll meet you here again soon. Pause and play.